I think we're okay. So many things are breaking. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I may have accidentally went live on Twitch a little bit. Just a little bit. We have Mario music. It's fine. Nothing has ever went wrong when you have Mario music in the background. How are we, chat? How's your week been? Mine has been a thing. Yeah. Yeah, at least the music is good. I didn't put ads. I dismissed the insert ad button. I've never clicked the insert ad button ever. Ever. I've never clicked it. I think YouTube autoplays them, but that's not my fault. You can't blame me for that. This isn't Twitch.
Penumbra, fuck you.
Thank you.
Penumbra, fuck
Oh
you.
god, we've got notifications.
Penumbra, fuck you.
Give me. Okay, I think we're good. Let me. Oh wait, shit! I don't have. I completely forgot. Yeah. I completely forgot to like open VTube Studio and get my phone out and shit. I just sat here in front of a blank fucking screen being like, where's my anime boy? Why isn't he here? What happened to him? You'd probably been doing this for like over a year. I didn't even just wake up, but I have been editing the short for the past like 5 hours. Well, not really. I've been editing it for the past like 3 hours, but I've been... Do you understand the number of Twitter posts I've had to read translated, DeepL, Google Translate? Do you understand my pain, Pecco? Do you understand what I have to go through? Life is hard as a YouTuber. Hey Jack, how you going? Bunny number 11. I will put the bunny ears back on, don't test me. I will do it, and I won't like it. I really should learn Japanese at this point. I think it should honestly be like a requirement of my job to learn Japanese. Let me add the chat. I think I spent so long getting prepared for the actual news part of the stream that I forgot to get prepared for the stream part of the stream. That's okay. Pirates versus Ninjas. That sounds like an interesting... No, I don't want to open Tabletop Sim. I want to open VTube Studio. Why am I the worst? What is wrong with me? Sorry. I could do Japanese learning streams. I think that would be embarrassing for everyone, which is incredible. You want to... I tried to learn Japanese when I was younger because I was a fucking weeb, so of course I did, right? And... like... Oh, why am I so close? Okay. And yeah, no, it did not go well. I'm not very good. Japanese, you'd be surprised to learn, does not sound great coming with a Scottish accent. Yo, make her think of the tip hanging.
Penumbra, fuck you.
Hey Pen, do you think you'll ever go back to your old schedule of 3 streams a week? I kinda miss the belligerent
I kinda
European
just...
screaming.
Solo streams are just kind of hard. I don't know how to be entertaining enough to make them worthwhile. I'm not a very good solo streamer when I don't have something to talk about. I tend to just be quiet when I'm playing games, which is not entertaining. So I kind of avoided doing Twitch streams for a while, but I've been debating it. Maybe just doing it. Well, I've been doing more collabs recently, so probably, maybe, I don't know. FaZe to be new talent. Yo, thank you for the super chat. Big Genda House. Yeah, I saw FaZe debut the new Japanese talents. I'm not sure how much I'm going to watch them because, again, don't speak Japanese, but they're cool. They're cool looking. Let me get my shit ready. Let me pull up the page. Do we want to? Right. Here's the vote, chat. Do we start with the Mikeneko Mafu bullshit? Or do we start with all the other stuff and then end with it? Used to see heavy duty VTuber drama, I think for people now. I see heavy duty VTuber drama, I think for Pen's schedule. Yeah, it is me. Yeah, we'll do it first, and then we'll wrap up with some more wholesome stuff. And then I think Cherry's graduating in like 55 minutes, and I can't miss that. I'm gonna play the saxophone. I'm gonna play Crab Rave. Yo, Kudos, thank you for the 7 months, man. 7 months spending money on the Moonboy. If I give enough money, we'll finally get another YouTube video. My New Year's resolution was to release more YouTube videos, and it's almost February, and I haven't released any, so I'm pretty bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Maybe I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I can add. The best I can think of would be doing one of those the dark side of the VTuber industry videos. You know, the ones where it's got like the blacked out eyes in the thumbnail, and it's got like, you know, it got like fucking Russia in the thumbnail with like the black bar over her head and an X over hololive or something. And I was like, I really want to make one of those, and no, I don't. I don't. Not really. At which point, like, my other option is I could make long-form news videos like False does, but at that point, I'm just doing what False does. It's not exactly innovative content. So, I don't know. It's hard, man. I'm not just gonna make clip videos, because why, if you want to see me play fucking Pal World for 10 hours. Yep, I had this Sayu 2.0 in my short as well, so we'll talk about Sayu. So Sayu's model was cool. Let's start with the Mikeneko stuff. I called it the Mikeneko Situation because, dear God, I did not know what to title this goddamn stream. That was actually another small drama revolving around this, like, while it was happening, is, obviously, like, Kyo and False covered it, right? I think Kyo got a little bit of shit, and even False did as well, for, like, essentially, basically titling the streams, like, Mikeneko was secretly married, Russia was secretly married, which isn't the point, but I don't think people recognize how difficult it is to title things that isn't misleading, right? Like, because if you title a YouTube video, X is an abuser, that is a very bold claim, and without sufficient backup, it is the thing that's going to stick in people's head. So you can't just say that. But if you say Russia drama, people are going to think you're talking about the old Russia drama. It's not going to be very descriptive. People aren't going to know what you mean. So you have to like make the title descriptive enough so people know what is going on, but you can't like do too specific, because then you're making an accusation, and if you don't have enough, you know what I mean? It's really annoying. It's really hard. Me naming streams, you would you would be surprised how much of my brain power goes into naming the stream to not be clickbait, but also to be, you know, detailed enough that people know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a problem. It really, truly is. I don't like it. I'm one step away from just writing an entire paragraph as my title. Let me pull this up. Although the one time I named my, why did that break? Okay, no, it's fine. The one time I named my stream Nothing Happened Go Away, like 200 people showed up, and I was like, why? So, sorry, popping my neck. I gotta limber up for this one. This is gonna be a big boy. So, let me set the scene for you. For those of you that haven't been around since the dawn of time, or 2 years ago, right? The Russia drama is probably one of the biggest VTuber dramas to ever, like, hit the VTubing scene, right? It was massive. It was huge, right? What happened during, I think it was a GTA stream, like, during which she was playing with Miko, right? And she got a DM on Discord from a Discord user by the name Mafu, saying something akin to, I'll be home in 10 minutes or something like that. People went wild to speculation, obviously, because, like, on one hand, it could be a friend DMing a friend, being like, hey, I'll be home in 10 minutes, you want a game? Or it could be, you know, I'm going to be in our home in 10 minutes. And so people took it, and speculation went wild, right? Like, are the timestamps still there? Oh, yeah, they are. I'm predicting when I'm going to get to the cool stuff. Sorry, I forgot to remove that. So, what followed was probably one of the worst handlings of a situation we've ever seen in the VTubing scene. Russia leaked information to a third party, that got her in trouble. That's actually what ended up with her getting kicked from hololive. But the main instigating factor was that initial DM and people speculating, because Mafu is, let me pull up his Twitter really quick. He is also a very, very big internet personality. He's I think they call him Utaite. He's a singer, right? He covers songs, he does singing. And this is him, and he has 2.1 million followers. So he's very, very big. He's very well known, right? And both kind of appeal to opposite demographic.
A single Yit vid is more than all the vids Pen made last year. Other news Rishia being called a he in the Google translation killed my sides.
Yo, Rivets, thank you for the super chat. That's your 10th super chat. Let's celebrate on stream. Sorry, that's what YouTube just sent me. I just got a little note in the corner of my screen. Fox just put up an update. Is that what I just got notified of? I saw it pop up on my phone, but I can't check it on my phone, obviously, because I'm live. But yeah, so that led to Rishia being kicked out of hololive, and a whole host of other shit came out about her general handling of it caused people to kind of suspect that she was in not the best mental spot, right? Followed by, so she went back to Mikeneko, which is her personal account. She's then went on to be Nazuna and vshojo, but then she's left Nazuna. Nazuna as a persona isn't really relevant here, so we're not going to touch on it, but just so you know. And the two kind of do opposite things, right? Mafu is a singer, but he is also very much, I don't know if I'd say he is kind of in that BFE, the boyfriend experience kind of thing, kind of similar to like a Vox or a Hex Haywire, although he's not a VTuber, where he kind of appeals to that sort of female demographic. Rishia obviously did the girlfriend experience, which appeals to the male demographic. And so both of them kind of being accused of marrying or being in a relationship with the other wasn't good for either of them. They both kind of unilaterally denied it, and life kind of moved on. Rishia went on to Mikeneko, Mafu went and did his stuff, and it kind of, like, there was a lot of shit thrown at them. A lot of harassment, a lot of, you know, death threats, a lot of just the worst kind of shit, right? People accused Mafu of, like, abusing her cat. It was wild. But we kind of moved on. We progressed as a society. We have the technology, and most people, I think for the most part, apart from like YouTube videos that were like, what happened to Rishia, and got like 100,000 views, most people were kind of happy to just forget about it. And then this shit happened, and yeah. So for when I woke up, this is what I tweeted when I woke up, because I didn't really understand the full extent of the situation. I just woke up to Rishia on my timeline, and I was like, what? This is now the biggest tweet I've ever made, which I don't know how to feel about. I'm actually kind of sad about it. I've made some banger tweets. This was not one of them. But yeah, so I woke up and I posted this, and then I just went and played games, and then I looked into it, and I was like, oh, whoops. So the long and short of it is, right, a gossip magazine in Japan, let me see, I have it bookmarked. I'm not even still sharing that pic. Yeah, I couldn't find a good pic of a steel chair. I literally googled wrestling image or something like that, and I picked the first one that looked relevant. Okay, let me, you see how many bookmarks I have? Like, holy shit. Okay, this is the original, this is Ground Zero, right? Oh my god, the new bookmark thing annoys me so much. Okay. So this came out. This is a little Japanese, like, gossip magazine thing, right? And I can't read Japanese, obviously, but to what I understand, it was,
One hell of a week. VKMS3 trafficking allegations and him bowing out of running WWE. Triple H's horrible press conference after the Rumble, and this.
Yes, those are definitely wrestlers that I know a lot about. Thank you for the super chat, man. So this was Ground Zero. This was when the, it was basically a Japanese sort of gossip magazine posting about Mafu and his sort of personal private relationship. It kind of, because of this, what this said isn't super relevant. It's more, this was the jumping off point for Mafu's blog post, which I think he actually took down. If I'm aware, I think he actually removed it. No, it's still up. Assuming that's the same one, which I think it is. Obviously I can't read this, so I'm going to read a translation to you. I've read it about 3 different translations, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm still a bit like, I've read slice of life romance mangas with less convoluted plots than this. I've actually legitimately read like 1600 episode anime mangas with less convoluted characters than this, but here we are. So thank you for all supporting me. I apologize for all the trouble my personal affairs have caused everyone. Moreover, I'd like to apologize once more for not having to inform you things this way. Already when Mafu and I were married. Wait, no, this is the Mikeneko. I got the wrong translation up. Okay. Side rant. Twitter has done this thing, right, where you click on a bookmark and it opens up the wrong bookmark. Like, it opens it up on the side and then it goes back to the top, which is why when I clicked on this I clicked on this thing, but it opened it... Wait, no, I clicked on this thing, but I opened it up here. And so it... Twitter. And it did it again. I'm going to Morb. I'm going to find Elon Musk and I'm going to write him a strongly worded tweet. Here we go. Allow me to touch on the headline that reported married and then divorced. Currently, he's filed a lawsuit against her. So that was the original gossip magazine, right? Essentially documenting his marriage, divorce, lawsuit. Just as the article said, I had a spouse before. I sincerely apologize for the fact I wasn't able to publicly announce it and have ended up deceiving everyone. We started a relationship in summer 2021 and we registered our marriage in the end of December that year. Following that, we divorced in July 2022. Fuck off, Ophie. I don't want to hear it. So they were like, okay. I think summer... Japan's in the northern hemisphere, right? No, Japan's in the southern hemisphere. Which is why I was kind of confused, right? Because summer in Japan, if it's like summer in Australia, is like end of the year. Like it's like June. It is northern. Okay, never mind. It's close to the sun. It's northern. Okay. Look, it's on like the equator. Fuck off. I think does it depend where you live? Is it in both? I have no actual clue. I don't know where Japan is. I'm sorry. But like, okay, like I just Googled it, right? It says summer in Japan is June to September, which doesn't feel right, but it might be. But regardless, point being, they started a relationship in summer 2021 and then got married at the end of December. So they were probably married. They probably like were in a relationship for like half a year before they were married, which is, I'm not going to say it's a bad idea. I'm just going to say it's not ideal. Now, I'm not the guy you come to for relationship advice, but look at I will never look at a globe. I've never owned a globe. The globe isn't real. Earth is flat. Just like a VTuber I know. Not name names. She knows who she is. This may cause various feelings of distress and shock to people, and I'm really sorry about that. Furthermore, to all related parties of the situation. Oh yeah, they divorced. They divorced in July 2022, so it was like a year maybe. I've never uttered a single word about this, which may result in this being an avalanche of statement to be revealed. This may cause various feelings of distress and shock to people, and I'm really sorry about that. It's very to say to Shylily, you know, she's literally dying today. Yeah, well, if she's dying today, she can't fucking do anything about it, can she? I'm free to say whatever the fuck I want. She can't do shit. She's gonna be dead. I'm gonna be crab raving on her corpse. Furthermore, to all related parties of the situation, I offer my sincerest apologies. He apologizes a lot. He's like Lopey. From this point forward, to avoid further lies, I've decided to tell the truth. By telling the truth, I might get sued, I might cause trouble to many people, people might never listen to my music again, I'll be hated by everyone, be told we never want to see you again, and I might never be able to perform as Mafu again. This is something I have never... I don't know if it's like a translation thing, but when you translate from like Japanese to English, it always comes across really fucking dramatic. Like, I don't know, like, I can't tell if it's a translation thing or if this is actually just how they speak. Who's Shylily Peanut? I don't know, I think she's fucking dead. You don't need to worry about it. Even so, I don't want to lie anymore, I don't want my life hurting anymore, so I was speaking this. Contribution below is a collection of the truth from start to the end. It's quite long, so please only read it if you'd like to know about the truth. Recently had serious feelings for my partner, hereby referred to as A-san. Around spring 2021, I talked about not being able to fall in love in magazine interviews and realised I was unable to hold any romantic feelings for people, which is why I gave up in love and marriage. Yo, he's just like me. He's just like me for real. It was during that time that I met A-san and they conveyed that they liked me. By the way, just for context, A-san is Mikeneko. That's not speculation anymore. She herself confirmed it in a later statement, so... My views on love might have been different from the general perspective of romance, but I thought it would have been really good if we could live together supporting each other. I received a lot of opposition from my friends and acquaintances, but ignored all the negative remarks and decided to officially be in a relationship with her, followed by marriage. Fellas, if your mates are like flagging you with a red flag, if they're communicating in semaphore, don't do it. It ain't worth it. There was no confusion that this was how sincere my feelings were towards A-san. I've considered announcing my marriage many times. Of course, this was a complete 360 of what I've said before. Side note, that it should be 180. 360 would mean he's back to his original position, but so it's true that I was afraid of speaking about this publicly, but even then I would have preferred for this to come out of my own mouth and have it revealed like this involuntarily. You cannot in fact fix her. Do not. However, when we registered for our marriage, A-san was also an internet personality. Hence, due to the wishes of A-san and her associates, I could not announce this publicly. At this point, she was still Rushia from hololive. One incident that happened in the past made me think about speaking on everything as well. Due to all the misinformation and slander, I tried countless times to find the best time to announce the truth, but it didn't happen due to several circumstances. This is probably referring to that Discord message when everything kind of got fucking blown up, right? When I was withering away in such an environment, A-san was with me. At that time, when I would object to trivial matters, she would verbally attack me. Countless days where I would cry and apologize continued, which made me think in the end everything is just all my fault, and my days turned so dark, it was so dark as if I couldn't see. Back then, I was so blinded and I wasn't sure if this was normal or not. In order to make A-san displeased, all of my behaviors were to ensure she wouldn't be angry. I would be in front of my PC every day with Line and Discord. Line is like Japanese messenger, it's kind of like WhatsApp. And we reply to all messages immediately. In a day, we would have hundreds of messages exchanged between the both of us. I could not imagine DMing someone 100 times a day. I would actually go insane. Even then, she would suspect that I was cheating on her. She would keep me online on Discord 24/7 and monitor my activities, and to prove I wasn't cheating, I would keep going on my phone even when I was sleeping. When I look back at this now, it seems unbelievable even to me. I would just accept this and continue to do it. But before, I would just accept this and continue to do it. Even in a situation where I was told you were just married for money, I would just continue to keep apologizing without knowing much. I wasn't able to make judgments for myself. I didn't know the best choice of actions here, and at that point, the only thing that saved me was given by my important friends. Came into my senses and realized I was being harassed, said that they couldn't be like that together, started considering filing for divorce, and then A-san was like, no, I'm sorry, I'll reflect on everything that happens, I don't want a divorce, so we decided not to file a divorce and tried to find ways to solve the issues. I've originally bought it, and this bit is fucking crazy. I've originally bought a new home for us to move in together. I thought that if we were able to live together, I'd be able to remove any anxious feelings she had about a relationship. Pro tip, you're in a bad relationship already, moving in isn't going to fix it. Living with someone just highlights all the bad shit about them, like, because you have to deal with them 24/7. However, because our relationship had complicated into such matters, we both put distance between ourselves by having A-san move into the new home while I lived in my rented apartment. That is wild. You buy a house and you still live in a rented apartment so that your wife can live in the house you bought. That... Okay. Shortly after that, A-san would start posting cryptic messages that contain negative connotations about me on social media. These messages would largely differ from the truth, and this prompted many criticism from third parties against me. Through proxy of my lawyers, I've repeatedly told her to stop making such statements, but yet the situation didn't improve. This was like the vague posting she did about boyfriends. In order to improve our relationship, husband. In order to improve our relationship, to calm our mental health, I proposed to A-san to at least disclose some facts of the situation to put an end to the unceasing slander. However, A-san's representatives unanimously opposed our request by saying that she is restarting her activities in a new form, so please refrain from announcing your marital status and make no compromise with us about the situation. Basically, this was when she was reincarnating as Mikeneko, and so probably didn't want the news coming out as they were re-debuting, right? During the process, due to my health, I decided that I would go on a hiatus after Tokyo Dome. The decision to go on a hiatus was a painful one that caused a lot of trouble for the people involved. Originally, I hoped with the announcement of my hiatus, I could talk about the truth, and this would help lessen the slander going around. However, from the request of side, we couldn't talk about my marital status, and in the end, we only announced my hiatus to be due to medical treatment reasons. I regret not being able to tell the truth and felt disappointed in myself for being weak. During the divorce proceedings, A-san denied the decision, citing poor health and demanded money and other things. When they were stalled, it showed that she was having an affair, and in the end, they settled the divorce at the end of July, with no compensation. After our divorce, in the new home that A-san left was littered with so many cardboard boxes and trash that there was literally nowhere to stand on. Ashes of the pet that A-san used to raise was also left behind in the trash. He brought the urn home, and even till now, it's resting in a high spot in his living room. I've discovered her betrayal after I had a conversation with a man here referred to as B-san. I gained screenshots of their Discord online for more details and got them to explain to me via calls. In the screenshot, there were invitations of dates and exchanging gifts on Valentine's Day. On the day we registered our marriage from December 25th, and on December 26th, she flaked her plans together for Christmas together and invited him to hang out with her during the end of the year. And even when we were settling our divorce in middle May, she would text me to say she wanted to get back together with me while inviting Bisa into a room to share with her. It's so freshly remembered that I laid in bed for a long time. A new player approaches. A new figure has entered the game. This is wild. Getting married on Christmas and then having your new wife flake on you to go cheat, like, immediately. So, B-san has apologized countless times, and it seems that he was a victim in the situation as well, as he didn't know about it, so we settled things amicably, and even until now I'm still good friends. That was not all. During our divorce settlement, A-san and other parties have harassed me on social media and anonymous posting forums. There were a lot of posts saying I was a perpetrator of domestic violence and I cheated countless times with multiple women, but of course they were all lies and not true at all. During my hiatus, I was harassed repeatedly and I couldn't tell the truth, and I passed each day with misinformation and slander spread about me. To even fight back a little so that I could get all the misinformation and slander reduced as much as possible, I filed an information disclosure request against the anonymous posting forums. The result of that request recognized that the slander misinformation spread was illegal and the request was approved. As the article stated, most of the posts were written by A-san. Just to repeat, Mikeneko was slandering her own husband on public forums under like anonymous alt accounts. So this is one thing that we know is true as well, because she like admits to it in her own post later. So that's wild. That's insane. So, there were a lot of hurtful comments, but one that most cruel was that Mafu killed A-san's cat by slamming the door on it. The cat that A-san raised was blind in both eyes. When I met A-san, she was very friendly with me. I have 2 cats myself and I raised them with great care. There's no way I'd hurt any animal, so I've no idea how she was able to think of that, let alone put it into words. I've been doing my activities for more than 10 years, so misinformation and slander has been part of my everyday life. I think I would have normally not cared about it. However, A-san was the type of person who was against slander and would speak out against it. To have a person like her registering for a paid membership on an anonymous posting forum to hurt people made me feel like I couldn't ignore it. If this goes to trial, people can listen in and everyone will be able to get the truth. If I talked about the truth online without any context, it could be errors of mine, but by bringing this to court, this will result in a lawful verdict. Due to that, knowing that everything will come to light, I decided to bring this to court. Currently, we're still suing A-san for slander and the civil trial is ongoing. That year, at the end of summer, I had a discussion with the police and they recorded my statement for 8 hours. A-san was also called in. It was confirmed that she was sent the charges last year. I believe the prosecution is thinking how to proceed from here currently. This might be an excuse, but I thought if the case went forward, everything will come to light, so I want to talk about the truth then. I believe the trial will go on and we'll come back to this in the future again. There were a lot of things that couldn't fit in here, but I've only ever wrote things that I've had clear evidence of. I don't think I've clarified enough, but this being something I've kept to my heart for so long, I'm so glad to talk about it to you all right now. Like what I've written above, I may be subject to statements that are not true or abusive language from A-san. However, if we fight it out on a legal place, there will be a conclusion to this, so please ignore all the slander and rumors until then. No matter what happened, this doesn't change the fact that Mafu lied to the people who supported him. It doesn't change that I was at fault, and I will live this fact for the rest of my life. I am really sorry. At the end, this might be really childish of me, but I really hope this is polished up. It will diminish the hateful content about me. Thank you very much. So, there's that. That's the first statement. So then, if you remember the character we talked about earlier, Kori, who was part of the initial Russia leaking thing, he's like a Japanese... People call him Japanese Keemstar. He's kind of like a Japanese drama channel. Mafu went on stream with Kori, right? Now, again, streams in Japanese, so it's hard for me to translate, but here it is. The stream has 1.3 million views, so you know, it's a kind of it definitely popped off. And on the stream, they actually showed like receipts and stuff between there were screenshots of Mikeneko and B-san sort of exchanging flirty comments. There was images of the room he was talking about that was stacked with cardboard boxes. And I think there was other texts, DMs exposed. And another story came out, and this is the most tenuous one, and I want to highlight this is tenuous because it's probably one of the single most serious accusations in this entire story. So I want to make it clear that the only place that I found that this comes from is this stream that Mafu said it with Kori, right? It might be elsewhere, it might be in text somewhere else, but I couldn't find it, and it's really hard with a language barrier. But I think on the stream, he alludes to a new person called Person C, right? Person C was apparently a other sort of producer in the industry, right? And Miki's ex, so the boyfriend she had before Mafu. And apparently, again, this is just word of mouth, but apparently that guy got a female manager at one point, and Miki did not like that, did not approve, and so started spreading in rumors that he essentially assaulted her and made her pregnant, which is a very, very serious accusation, incredibly. But apparently, according to Mafu, this Person C would be the mediator for their arguments, right? But he'd always side with Miki because he essentially was like a mediator that they'd call in to like mitigate fights between them, right? But he seemed to always side with Miki, and then it turns out when Mafu talked to him that it was because she had that blackmail on him and spread those rumors about him. And afterwards they talked it out and explained it, and he apologized, and they're good friends. Again, that is just word of mouth. And in her following statements, Miki completely denies it. So I'm just letting you know so that you know who Person C is going forward, but just FYI, it's not confirmed. It is a complete word of mouth, and it is a very serious thing to take. Like, you need proof for that kind of shit. You can't just say that. Now, in terms of bias, I'm more leaning towards Mafu in this whole case because, like, I mean, come on. But I do still like to keep standards up. So if you're going to accuse someone of something like that, you really, really need a lot of evidence. So I'm not a huge fan of just dropping it in the middle, like as a nuke in the middle of a stream. But we'll see. If it does go to court and the shit gets sorted, we might see more of it. That's another thing. This is still a developing situation. So who the fuck knows where it's going to go or what evidence is going to come out. But I would encourage you to remember that, like, while we have got screenshots of some text, we have got screenshots or images of some cardboard boxes, right? The amount of like physical evidence, like irrefutable, that we have is still relatively limited. So before you go and like jump in the deep end and start like harassing people, which you shouldn't do anyway, but just before you do, like just remember, right, that everything is like a grain of salt, right? You just don't jump to any conclusions, right? You might be tempted to side with one way or the other, but hold your horses, right? This isn't VTuber drama. This isn't just generic, oh my god, X collabed with Y and didn't collab with me and I'm gonna graduate. This isn't that shit. This is very serious criminal accusations. So you need to be a lot more careful with what you believe. So this happened. He went on Kori. He was crying and people were very sympathetic towards it because he sounded very, very sad. And he clarified a few things. Again, it's a whole stream and it's harder to find translations of the stream because obviously it's not a text thing. Let me see if I can find it. But I found one earlier. But it's hard. I mean, if you know Japanese, maybe you could go give it a watch and it'll give you a lot more context. It's hard for me because I can't, so I'm kind of stuck with it. Let me just really quick see if I can find this. I can find the post I was talking about earlier. I was on my phone when I was reading it, so it's not on my... Oh no, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think there's an official translation of the stream, so I can't be 100% certain. I've only read like certain translated snippets. So again, you have the unconfirmed fact nature of this, and also the fact that a lot of people are reading it through a language barrier, which is never ends well. Anyway, so there's that, and then that was Mafu's side, and now Miki recently made her own reply. It was on Pixiv. It was on like a fan post website. Oh, no, it's Fanbox, right? So here we go. I'll read out Miki's reply and what she says about it. And then we'll discuss as a class, along with what's going on in this scene recently and people's reaction to it. So I don't know why I said pics of Fanbox. I knew it was a site that we don't use in the West a lot. At least I haven't seen it much. So thank you for always supporting me. Apologies for all the trouble in my personal affairs. Because everyone more, I'd like to apologize once more. Mafu and I were married in 2021, divorced in 2022. As a streamer, I had various restrictions. As a result, I had to lie to everyone. To everyone who has supported me, I'm truly sorry. Furthermore, as the current situation is a personal matter between me and him, taking his privacy and other factors into consideration, I did not think that what had happened between us should be publicized. However, since he has published such a one-sided statement, I feel as if I'm obligated to touch upon this as well. Sorry, am I going too fast? I just feel like, I don't know. I can slow down if you want, if I'm going too quick. I tend to speak quick, especially when I'm reading, because I'm trying to read at my reading speed. I can slow down a little bit if you desire. Furthermore, the current situation is a personal matter between me and him, and I read that. However, since he has published such a one-sided statement, feel obligated. I plan to clarify the details of the lawsuit, etc. I decided to publish a statement in hopes. Sorry, I sped up again. In hopes that it will convey at least the basics that you should know about cheating. During the time of my marriage to him, I did not cheat on him with Mr. B. Mr. B is not Mr. Beast, it is B-san, just in case there was any confusion. Mr. Beast is not involved in this drama. Although I do wonder if Ludwig's going to pick up on it again, because if you didn't know, Ludwig talked about the last Russia drama, which was interesting. I believe that this is... Wasn't that the thing that kicked off the whole false Kyo shit? I think I vaguely remember that video. Dang, holy shit, okay. I believe this is something that one could find out by checking with Mr. B, and that he knows this as well. So basically denying the cheating allegations. I've received criticism that the line messages between us have been made public and that it should be suspected of cheating based on their context. I'm reflecting upon that. Even so, the messages were sent in casual, joking manner, and as aforementioned, I did not meet with Mr. B after our marriage. So, I don't know if there's any good, translations of the screenshots, unfortunately, to know what they were saying between each other. I feel like I've read it somewhere, but yeah, it's... This was like 2 years ago during the Russia drama. I'm not dragging up old drama. I'm sorry, it just popped into my head when I remembered that video. So she denies cheating. It says the line messages were as a joke, which is a weird thing to joke about as a married person, to joke about meeting up and going on a date with someone, but it's not out of the realm of, possibility. About our married life. It is true that during our marriage I suspected him of cheating and questioned him. I apologize if by doing this I made him feel trapped, but it is not within my knowledge that I had been morally harassing him, nor that I had been obsessive in my restrictions. It is to my understanding that this has been settled within the divorce negotiations as well. The attorney who was in charge of the divorce proceedings at the time will also provide information to and cooperate with the one who is currently handling the case with him, including the timeline and happenings of future trials. Furthermore, since I'm the midst of a lawsuit, I shall spare you the details, but I have good reason to suspect that he was having an affair. So she thinks he was cheating. I have not hired a private investigator, so I have no objective evidence. Still, I would not suspect him suddenly without reason. In the midst of this, he suspected me of cheating on him as well, and I think that we were in a state where neither of us could truly trust the other. Although there was a live stream wherein it seemed like it was only me restraining him abnormally, that was the Kori one, he also forbade me from contacting other men, and I agreed that I would tell him in advance if I were to need to. Within the live stream, he made a statement that I had initially asked for money in the divorce, but stopped after my relationship with Mr. B came to light. That is not true. First of all, I had sought money from him on the grounds of moral harassment and an offer of divorce that was too one-sided. I shall refrain from writing about this in detail due to the possibility that problems such as defamation may arise. In addition, because there is no objective evidence of him having an affair, it was only an allegation. I did not bring it up due to my lawyer's advice to not claim it as truth. When I discussed the situation with a relative, they became angry and publicized our correspondences. Due to this potential violation of his rights, after consulting with my lawyer, we decided to divorce without any monetary exchange. So basically, they told someone they related to, and that person then went and published the discussions, which is probably where the whole cheating allegations came from. About the libel against him. It is true that I have made numerous posts about him regarding this. It is also true that he filed a lawsuit about it. I am very sorry about this. At that time, my contract had ended and he had asked me for a divorce. I was mentally trapped for a while after that and after the divorce. I posted my thoughts and feelings on the internet. I am truly sorry. However, my lawyer has advised me not to go into too much detail about the lawsuit, so I shall not, but many of the posts I made were, in the opinion of my lawyer, not even close to illegality. I don't know, man. Accusing someone of fucking killing your cat is... Moreover, I admitted that I was behind the posts, apologized to him through his lawyer, and negotiated a settlement. However, he presented with me the following conditions. I must take a hiatus from all activities as a streamer. I must not use social networking sites. I must publicize the statement as a request. I must pay a million yen, which is about 10 grand US, in compensation. At this time, my contract with my agency was terminated and I was worried about my livelihood. Since I could not accept this proposal, nor could we settle out of court, he decided to file a lawsuit. The lawsuit was riddled with one-sided and untrue statements, as well as how we got to know one another. Not directly relevant to the post in question. There were also many harsh statements. My lawyer commented, "This is going too far. It is equivalent to a personal attack that unnecessarily undermines you through litigation." Because of this, I filed a dispute against him and submitted my complaints to the police, which were accepted. So... Mafu was suing Rushia for the defamatory statement she made under alt anonymously. In the process of doing so, there was a bunch of untruths, basically a lot of shit thrown in the lawsuit that was defaming her, so she filed like a countersuit to kind of, I guess, get back at him. I don't know if it's a countersuit, a dispute. The next section, about my ex's wedding rumors. Within a live stream, he stated that I was falsely reporting that I'd been sexually assaulted and impregnated by my former boyfriend. However, none of that is true. I found that to be a very harsh thing to say. Instead, I discovered that my former boyfriend, a musician, was living with another woman whilst we were dating. The damage was done to me, not him. So that was the thing I talked about earlier about person C, who's apparently had a female manager and she hated that and accused him of blah blah blah. She's saying that didn't happen, so she's denying that. So again, this is very much there's no evidence of that, by the way. This is very much a hearsay moment, so there's no evidence of her doing it, I should say. So innocent until proven guilty. Let us not condemn her for things that she hasn't fucking admitted to. Within this live stream, he stated that I was giving dirty, muddy water to my cat, which is not true. Yeah, he said that during the live stream as well, that she fed him like brown water instead of clean water, and that because the cat, basically her excuse was that the cat wouldn't drink it if it was dirty or something like that. She's now saying that's not true. I looked after my cat with care. I believe that the photo he took of the water was taken after I'd left the house. As any pet owner will tell you, if you give water to a cat and it drinks it for a while, that cat's saliva and hair will dirty the water. I change the water frequently. Moreover, I would not have given a senseless explanation like the cat won't drink the water if it isn't dirty. Furthermore, there is misunderstanding about the pet remains that were left behind with the garbage. Yeah, I told you, this shit goes crazy. There's like 15 different fucking story arcs to this shit. First of all, the remains were of my hamster, not my cat. I cared for it deeply, so when it passed away, I asked the borough service to cremate its remains. I properly kept and looked after them. However, due to the commotion of moving into a new house after our divorce, I left its urn at the house as follows. I asked my lawyer to request he return it, but he is yet to do so. Lastly, I'm currently taking both civil and criminal action against him. Moreover, I don't know what the criminal action is for. The civil, I imagine, is for the defamatory lawsuit, but I don't know what the criminal action be for, unless it's a criminal violation in Japan. Moreover, what he said in his statement and the live stream was too one-sided. As follows, after having consulted with my lawyer, it is with great reluctance I've decided to take action against him for this, both criminally and civilly. What would the criminal suit there be? Defamation's a civil suit. Mafu did also clarify that it was a hamster as well, not the cat. The cat's still alive, I think? I just don't know. The cat might not be alive if it's drinking dirty water. Maybe... See, I re-recorded my short once because I initially claimed that they were both accusing each other of abuse, but then on rereading, there's no direct accusation that Mafu abused her, so I wasn't comfortable saying that. I'm just not sure. I never wanted to have this kind of conflict with the person whom I once made a lifelong commitment. I'm fully aware that I am at fault for my post against them. Even so, within the lawsuit, there were factually inaccurate claims that I had not directly related to the post in question. Furthermore, even though I had submitted objections and assertions of my own within the affirmation lawsuit, it's truly painful that he made an announcement that I ignored them completely. I truly apologize that I, someone who's supposed to make you smile, have bothered you with such a slightly personal matter. Moreover, please note that this is a private matter. Do not want anyone to say libelous things against them. Please refrain from doing so. Due to the current troubles, there have been many harsh defamatory remarks made against me. I shall continue to take legal action against such posts. I will continue my career as a streamer and do everything to bring you smiles. So, there we go. So, let's just sit with that for a little bit. I'm out of hot chocolate, so I'm drinking Iron Brew. If you couldn't tell, this thing has gone kind of batshit insane, right? In terms of, like, let me see if I can find the original tweet. This shit has 159,000 likes and 48 million views. And yeah, it's gone crazy in Japan. And how do you feel about this? I'd like to point out, at this point, it is still vastly, majorly he said, she said. Now, Rushia, or Mike, or whoever you want to call her, did admit to the whole defamatory remarks on the internet, whatever. It's kind of known that she isn't in a great mental space, right? So some of the things Mafu claims do seem within the realm of believability, and some of the things that Miki's claims has admitted to kind of show that she isn't in the best mental space. However, Mafu got his side out first. Mafu was the one that breached the sort of veil and like publicized it and kind of aired it all out, right? Whilst this was still going through criminal like lawsuit, right? Like this was still going to the courts, and he exposed it. Now he did that because he has been defamed, he has been slandered, and he thought that by getting this out there, then when the trial comes around, he could clear his name better, which I understand. However, by being the one to expose it and then going to Kori and doing a stream and exposing a bunch of other stuff, it naturally predisposes people to being biased against Mike, right? Which isn't fair. And with most of the claims currently being, trust me, bro, I think it's too early to really condemn her as, you know, an abuser or doing all the shit he accused her of. Especially like, I've said this before, I do not like people making very, very big accusations and allegations and not having proof. Like, it's one thing to say that she fed her cat dirty water. It's another thing to say she accused a guy of essentially sexually assaulting her. One of those is very much more than the other, and one needs a lot more fucking evidence than the other. So, I don't know. But on the other hand, yeah, you're right. The article leaked first and was kind of exposing him for going through a divorce and a lawsuit, and as a person in his position with the fan base he has, it's potentially very, very damaging to him. So I understand why he'd feel the need to clear his name. This is just a very messy situation. I don't know. I truly don't know. Because I'd like to point out, I think this was definitely a toxic relationship, right? 100%. And if Matthew's telling the truth, then Miki is 100% unstable and should probably get professional help. But I can't just believe someone on their word, which means we're kind of stuck in this weird limbo where some of the accusations make sense and some of them paint a pretty horrifying fucking picture, but I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, right? That being said, Miki admitting to some of the shit that she did admit to at least highlights that at the very least she was unstable, right? And she definitely seems to have a bit of a complex for cheating. But there's just nothing to be... We don't know yet. We don't have proof. And unfortunately, this is probably going to drag out and people are going to keep reporting on it and probably going to see the court trial and everything. And it's just really unfortunate because when shit like this goes public and it goes viral and it gets in the public eye, it's very hard to pull it back. And that's... I don't know, it feels like the kind of thing that shouldn't be public. It feels like the kind of thing that should be handled behind closed doors. But then that gossip magazine published it and all of a sudden you have a choice of let yourself be slandered or clear your name. Which is a harder choice than most people give it credit to. Like, I get one guide in chat all this fucking time. I can't imagine how it'd feel to have like a whole group of people basically slandering you and just not being able to clear your name. So I don't know. I don't have like an opinion to give you in terms of who I think is right or wrong. I think making a decision this early is pretty I don't know what you call it, but it's not like preemptive. It's like early. Like there's a word for it. Presumptuous? I don't fucking know. But yeah, it's a bit early to really premature. Thank you. Good word. It's a bit premature to really make any claims at this point. I imagine we're going to see more in the future, but regardless, fucked up situation. Then I guess we'll just see how it goes. I don't know, man. It's the worst thing is that the people that were shit talking Russia, you know, the batshit insane people that talk about VTubers like they're a foreign animal and the parasocial elements and how they're all menhera, they're going to take this and run. This is going to be the fucking... I should know about premature. I was premature. I was like 7 weeks premature. It was very, very early. And they had to cut me out. The people that hate on VTubers, and they're going to use this. This is going to be their fucking golden bullet for the next, like, year, man. Like, this shit is not going away. No wonder you're so fucked up. Fuck you, Lopi. I may have came out early, but at least they wanted me out. Pretty sure they tried to keep you in as long as possible. But yeah, this shit, I don't know. But hey, in the end, what really matters is I got a banger tweet out of it. So, you know, I'm joking. This is a fucked up situation. There's some people replying to this being like, hey, you know, when somebody's being accused of abuse allegations, maybe making a joke about it isn't great. And I was like, yeah, maybe if I knew that when I posted it, I would have held back, but I didn't. So... It's fine. Don't worry about it. I did like this reply to Lopi's tweet. Lopi sucks, but coughing bomb versus hydrogen baby made me giggle. Oh, sorry, I'm EP. Alright, I think we can move on. We've spent like 50 fucking minutes on this goddamn story. Alright, I'm just gonna get the rest of the like drama things out the way. There was another thing that happened this week. You've probably forgotten about it because holy shit, this thing happened. The Pomu thing. I'm going to very briefly discuss the Pomu thing because I think it's kind of weird. So, Pomu graduated last week, I think. Yeah. And what happened after she graduated is she made all of her membership only streams public. So you could go and watch her members only. I'm not going to post the clip. I'm not going to show the clip that it's from because Niji has taken it down and I don't want to get fucking copyright claimed. But in one of those membership streams, she talked about having a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. She was crying and basically very, very upset because she had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and she wasn't able to do it. Basically, management just fucking shot it down. There was no discussion about it, no compromise. They just said no, right? And so she made the claim of like, somebody in chat was like, oh, you'll have other opportunities. And she was like, I don't think I will, not here at least. Which a lot of people were like, this is probably one of the beginning moments of her leaving vshojo, fucking nijisanji, sorry. And so people took that and were talking about it, and then False uploaded it onto his channel. He had a clip section about it, where he discussed it. And then Nijisanji took the... So I didn't... No, we're not... I didn't... No leaks. False had that clip up, and Nijisanji then took that memberships only stream down, which is not a good look. Like, if you have a talent that's like airing their grievances with the management, and then you just take down that stream to make people stop seeing it, that doesn't look good for you. That is not ideal. So when that happened, False was the only source of the clip, and so there was a lot of people, because one thing that is generally accepted in the VTubing scene is that like membership streams are private, right? Like even like what happens in membership streams stays in membership streams. You don't leak it or like talk about it. It's like they're meant to be a place for talents to be able to speak to their like closest fans without worrying about shit getting leaked, right? Which is why, other than like some VTubers have said some wild shit in their membership streams, but I don't necessarily always talk about it because like it's their own private place. But then this was made public, and then it was made public by Pomu, so does the rule still apply? And then when it got taken down, there's people that are like, okay, did Pomu take it down because of the because of the shit that was happening. Did Niji take it down? Did Pomu ask Niji to take it down, or did Niji ask Pomu to take? Like, it's very hard to assign blame here because we don't know who did what. We don't know if Niji took it down or if Pomu took it down. And yeah, I don't know. To me, so some people accuse False of like profiting off a crying anime girl, right? And I don't know. It was an interesting clip and it was interesting news, and I'm glad I know about it. It shines more light on probably what is happening behind the scenes in Nijisanji and lends a lot more credence to the kind of idea that most of us have nowadays that management at Niji is kind of a bit fucked, for at least for some members, right? Pomu already confirmed she was locked out of her accounts. I guess so, but it could have been her that asked Niji to, you know, there's no confirmation, but Niji definitely probably would have wanted it taken down, right? So, the whole debate was, I'm just going to say, I think a lot of people that were angry at False were...
That clip made a lot of people very angry. Many think it was the Metal Gear collab that went to Callie instead. And remember, Callie said she was only the third option.
Yeah, I saw that as well, and I saw a lot of people were suspecting it might have been the Metal Gear, or it might have been she might have had the opportunity to collab with Callie on the Metal Gear, which would explain why she's so sad, because if you don't know, Pomu is a massive fucking Metal Gear fan, like huge. So if she was given the option to do the Metal Gear collab, and she missed out on it, you can understand why she would maybe say it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And yeah, that would be fun. Hello, Windows? I'm sorry? You have something to fucking say to me? Fuck out of here. I'd understand why she would, you know, why she'd be so upset about that. And there's a group of people online nowadays, I call them like, there's the Niji haters that are like, Niji Black Company, right? But then there's also like this weird group of like Niji apologists. I don't know how else to phrase it, where it doesn't matter what fucking comes out. It doesn't matter what gets released. It doesn't matter what clip comes out, what a talent says. They will act like nothing is wrong and that you're an asshole for insinuating that anything is, right? Like, you say anything bad about Niji, and there's a group of people out there that will go, they just hit you with it, nuh-uh, and like act like you're off your fucking mind for insinuating, which, Windows, hello, I'm trying to speak, what the fuck the USB you connected, this computer malfunctioned and Windows doesn't recognize it. I don't care. I do not care. Leave me alone. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm going to pipe bomb Bill Gates. Let's not actually say. Bill Gates, that was a joke in Minecraft, in Roblox, in Skyrim, in Palworld. That was a joke. It's not a threat. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you, Heretic, for super chat. I got caught up in your message and forgot to thank you. I don't know, man. I don't say I hate the Niji haters, but I also am not a huge fan of the fucking Niji Black. I'm not a huge fan of the Niji apologists either. Like, even Underhill admits, and Underhill's probably the most pro Niji person I've ever met. Even he is willing to call out and criticize things when he thinks he should be criticized sometimes, right? Underhill has a thing going on with his audience right now that he made a short about it. It's popped up on my feed of like people constantly comparing him to like Q1 False and kind of striking a line between them. There's a whole news scene battle going on. There's a whole spectrum of where you can put people on, like the Niji hater versus Niji apologist spectrum. Niji fans don't mind me. Oh, I don't think they hate me. I don't think they love me. I'm kind of in the middle. They leave me alone, which I'm kind of glad. I don't have a bunch of people in my comment section all the time being like, Niji's perfect. So yeah, I don't know. They're a company. At the end of the day, they want to make money, and you know, don't worry, I dislike you, Ben. Thank you. I'm so glad someone does. Anyway, I wanted to bring that up so I acknowledge it. It's a weird story. I don't really find that an issue with, you know, having the clip. And I think Niji deciding to delete it is kind of cringe and is just bad management and kind of goes further to prove that whoever, like, even from like a non-emotional perspective, deleting a clip off the internet never removes it. It just makes people want to see it more. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You're going to private the membership only stream and people are going to be like, well, I guess it never happened. Man, I guess that drama wasn't a thing. I guess that clip's just gone. Like, no. It's the Streisand effect. What the fuck? Even outside of like an emotional thing, that's just bad management. What the fuck were you think? What did you think was gonna happen? I don't know, man. Niji's interesting. There's definitely fucking problems behind the scene, man, and I think people just need to fucking accept that. Even if you love the talents, even if you're a fan of them, there comes a point where you have to see this writing on the fucking wall. And at this point, it's not even on the wall. We've got fucking air writing, sky writing from a plane. Like, I don't know. Anyway, there you go. We covered that. What other stuff was there? We'll cover the VRev stuff at last, because I want to raid into Cherry when we finish. By the way, Cherry's probably live right now, so if you want to hop over there, feel free. She's graduating, so her stream is much more important than mine is. If you're only here for like the Mikeneko stuff, you can feel free to hop over there. I do not mind. I completely understand. She's late to her own graduation. That's such a girl failure thing to do. That is so on brand. That is. She would be late to her own funeral, wouldn't she? Okay. Sayu 2.0. Okay, let's talk about Sayu 2.0. Sayu 2.0 was cool. And then we can talk about the... Oh, the first stage debuts. I actually have questions to ask you guys about the first stage debuts.
Niji Prime Management Prop didn't hear about the deal and only found out after the backlash. And fired the manager that turned it down.
Slider, thank you for the super chat. That's just pure speculation though. We have no fucking clue. We have no earthly idea. We don't know. We have zero idea. It could be that, but it could also be that they're just dumb, which they have proven to be sometimes in the past. So it's hard to say. Okay, I'm just gonna name this 2.0 models because there's Lily's and Sayu's. So. Sayu's 2.0 model. He's actually live right now. Good for him. But his debut, his debut. Where is he? Wait, hello? Yeah, here. So this is the new Sayu. He kind of looks like a Kamen Rider character, which I think is incredibly based. I think he got new lore. He played Mario Kart, as all good, you know, debuts have. He got some new emotes. It was a really cool debut. Which I'd highly recommend just checking Sayu out if you haven't, which you probably have. Come on, it's Sayu. But he's like a professional voice actor, so his voice is very, very like pleasing to listen to. But he's also just really fucking funny, especially when it's like him and Monarch together. Him and Monarch are probably my favorite like duo in terms of they're so fucking funny together. So yeah, I'd highly recommend checking out Sayu if you can. He's really, really fucking cool. And then Shylily also got herself yeah, bro, okay. Has everyone else been getting that Shiego clip in their recommended? I feel like everybody I speak to has that clip and has seen that clip and has, like, did that get pushed by the YouTube algorithm? Why does everybody know that clip? Yeah, because, okay. Monarch, if you don't know, pronounces it Shiego. And they're talking about the Kim Possible character Shigo. You know, the green girl? How like... I don't even know, yeah.
I do not want to pick any of these. Shigeo.
Wait, no, this is... Wait, did she do it twice?
Did you got...
Was that on purpose, or did she pronounce Shigeo also incorrectly?
I don't fucking hate you, I love you.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, they're talking about the Kim Possible character. Yeah. So, there was a few clips of it. I think there was one from Monarch and one from Sayu. But yeah, both got in my recommended, so I saw it twice. She did what? Did you just call me Monarch? I mean, I'd love to be Monarch. I want to be a hot anime girl. That's the dream. That's the masculine urge to be a hot anime girl. You don't understand. You do not comprehend. See you later, Huey. It's fine. I get it. I do that as well. Also, yeah, Lily got her 2.0. Lily's 2.0 was also really fucking cool. I think it was rigged by Dia. Who did the art actually as well? Because I know it was rigged by Dia. Pin 2.0. Me when women. Bye, Control. See you later. I can't find who did the art for it, and that's annoying me. Was it Yoshi? But did she do both? Or did Yoshi do... Did Yoshi do the art and Dia did the rigging? Because if she did both, that's insane. Because this is a really cool... I love the double... I love the double... The double orca things. Oh, they're called... They have a name and I can't remember what the name is. I'm so sorry. Lily. I'm a fan, I promise. I'm not a fake fan. The double toggle was really cool. And it has like the forehead toggle as well. And she has like a phone... The orca pups, that's the one. Yep.
Tricky's new nouvelle, Spooder Girl model debut was cool as
and
well.
she has like
it's a completely diff character to Nephesis the Dragon Girl.
Yo, Slider, thank you for the
There
super
seems
chat.
to be a ex-cultural prob with Niji JP communicating with inane talents.
Yeah, it does seem to be a communication problem. Also, yeah, thank you, Platypus, for the super chat, and thank you, Slider, for the super chat. Yeah, Tricky's new... We were talking about this with Juniper the other day as well, about Monster Girls. I brought up Tricky's new spider model. Yeah, and Lopi's... Lopi... Why the fuck... Oh, no. Why the fuck... Ugh, fuck. Okay, we're moving on from that. Lily has got a new... Shut up, Lily. Get the fuck out of my chat. I wonder why. Lily has a new Gamers Up thing with the yoga and the... Shut up, Lily. I'm banning you. I'm banning you immediately. Fuck off. Cherry is graduating. She's fucking dying. Go watch her. Why are you still here? Go watch your girlfriend die. You need your tragic anime backstory. Or else you're not going to be a successful VTuber. I'm muting the word Lopi in my stream. I will fucking do it. Don't you... You're watching both... Why would you do that to yourself? Anyway, yeah. Lily also had Gamer Subs Yoga. 2 monitors. Uh-huh. Don't please. It'd be funny though. No more Lopi. She's dead. Anyway. So yeah, that was Lily 2.0, Sai 2.0. Both very, very cool. Both very cool models. I don't want to show any more of Lily or I might get in trouble. I don't have that problem with Lopi. I could show as much of Lopi as I want and I would never get in trouble. YouTube would never flag it. But Lily's got a little bit, you know, she's a little bit different. So... Sad face. Don't worry, you're just like Power. That Power is actually entertaining. Let's see, what else did we have? Fauna got some like upgrades to her 2D setup, like some new accessories and whatnot, but you can see that on your own time. Iris teased a... And let me timestamp this as just like new outfit. Or just cool stuff, why not? I've seen plenty of fauna in Fanova's Discord. Yeah, there's a certain channel that has a lot of fauna stuff. Okay. Iris. Where's Iris on my Twitter? New outfit that's totally not a uniform. She didn't say anything about that. Nope. Do not ooh in my chat. Do I look like fauna to you? Do I look like a plant girl? Don't answer that. Don't. He knows what channel. I don't actually go on the Luge channel anymore. My Discord does have a Luge channel. There is so much in the Luge channel. Hang on. Here's my Discord. Just ignore everything else. The Luge channel is open. Actually, make sure you're over whatever Discord's TOS is so I don't get in trouble. But yeah. Where the fuck is this announcement tweet from Iris? I can't find it. Anyway, yeah, Iris is getting a new outfit. Sorry, I can't find it and whatever. Trust me, just trust me, bro. Believe in the heart of the cards. But the Load channel can't be actual softcore porn or I will get in trouble because that's against Discord TOS, alright? So it has to follow some rules. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, also, Cinder. Cinder's getting a new thing. Getting a new model as well. Which I think is, well, not a new outfit, sorry. Which I think has like a thing that's like once in, ow, my ears, once in a millennia at the core of Underworld Coast. So she's like she's getting a nice model. Not a nice model, a nice model. Because normally, ow, my ears, it's so loud. Normally she's all, you know, oh my god, okay. Normally she's all fiery and hot, and now she's cold, but still hot. That's cool. Let's see. Covered that. This technically happened last Sunday, but Melody and Hemi released the Cupid MV. I think it was from Candy Pop Explosion. It was one of the things from that. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I got Candy Pop Explosion, like the full VOD in my YouTube recommended. I don't have like a membership to them, but I swear to God it appeared. So much fun, I know. Was it just, maybe it was just the preview. But yeah, from Candy Pop Explosion, Mel and Hime released their Cupid song, which is pretty cool. I think that was, oh yeah, and Gura streamed again. It's funny that that's news now, but she did. She streamed Pal World, so you know, Chumbas were eating good tonight, or yesterday night, or whenever it was. We can now last another 2 fucking months.
Let the squeebing begin.
I'm actually curious, hang on. I want to see how many degenerates there are in you. Hang on, where are you? Yep. You're still the same as always, chat. Yeah, Guru streamed. Yeah, Lopi also streamed, which is also quite like Lopi streaming is actually more impressive, but it's also a Lopi stream, so I don't think it's really remarkable, you know. Oh wait, the VOD, I have to release, don't worry guys, I screen recorded Lopi's entire unarchived karaoke, so I can release it if you want. I'm waiting to like use it as blackmail. It's just sitting in my hard drive. You want me to play a clip? I can play a clip. Okay, let me. No, Lopi might actually murder me if I do that. She can't copyright me though, because it's deleted from her channel, so she has no content ID to strike me with. You can't strike me. You can't. It's not on your channel. You don't have any content ID because you deleted it yourself. Skill issue on your part, honestly. It's just private, you do dumb fuck. Well, but then if you'd have to unprivate it to get the content ID, because you can't content ID private videos. So you have a choice, Luffy. You can either publish it yourself or I can publish it. Mr. Bond, I come to you with an ultimatum. I am the most committed Lopi clipper. It's very easy when she only streams once every fucking blue moon. Anyway, we'll keep that for a rainy day when I need it most, when I need something out of her, when I need to blackmail her channel and use her for clout. That's when I'll whip it out. So yeah, Gura streamed, Lopi streamed, and what else was there? Oh yeah, okay. I wanted to ask you something, right? I wanted to ask you guys a quick little question, because I've been trying to figure this out, and I think I've got it sussed out, but I'm not entirely sure. I just realized I'm still playing Sayu's VOD. I'm so sorry, Sayu. I did not mean to steal your content. So, have you guys seen the first stage, like, EN debuts? Yeah, okay. Then give me a second. Sorry, I had to shut the door. I had to ask my dad to shut the door, really. But, you know. I hit mute on Discord instead of mute on my actual thingy, which is intelligent gameplay on my part. It's fine. I didn't swear at him this time, so you're fine. I didn't reveal that I'm secretly a horrible person. I had to get my dog at my room as well. My dog wanted to be on stream, but he's not quite ready yet. He doesn't have a model. Okay, so. Sorry, I think I missed a super chat. Falter, first stage, basically a small corp will take on Luxium, which is also a fraction of the baggage. Luxium currently has like 3 of them. I already have 10k subs, pretty solid idea. Yeah, so...
Penumbra, fuck
Oh,
you.
fuck.
First stage production
Give me the super
stage
chat,
1
Falter.
is basically a small corpo take on Luxium, which also has a fraction of the baggage Luxium currently has. Like 3 of them already have 10k subs. Pretty solid idea.
Yeah, so this is first stage production, and they have 5 members. They all have really cool models and really cool design, right? So, there's an echo. Hello? Echo? Or was the echo the super chat? Could be. They all have really cool designs. The pirate design is so cool, but all of them honestly have really, really cool... Please don't play... Please don't autoplay and get me copyright struck. Please. Please. They all have really... This looks like a male Ollie, honestly. But like, it's different enough that it's not like... It's just still just a zombie, but it's like... It has similar kind of vibes. But yeah, they all have really cool designs. The models are really high quality. The debuts are really high quality. The guys obviously know what they're doing. Like, they're obviously like used to streaming and whatnot. So overall, really, really cool. I should probably subscribe to them. Sorry, I'm gonna get in trouble again. You need to subscribe to them, Penumbra. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? The thing that I was confused with them, right, is did you guys get a shit ton of ads for them? Because I don't get ads on YouTube, so I don't see it. But I looked at first stage and I was like, okay, where the fuck did they come from? Because other than Underhill, I hadn't heard fucking anyone talk about them. I hadn't seen anything about them. I didn't see any like people on Twitter talking about them before they debut. I didn't even see the debut announcements. But then I went onto YouTube and like I think it was Lucian. His stream was recommended to me. I've never seen him before. I'd never watched any of his content or any of these boys, but he was recommended to me. And he had like 6,000 viewers. And I was like, who the fuck? It's a debut, high quality model from an agency I've never heard of. And I didn't know about before it happened, which normally I'm pretty in the know. And I think I remember talking about them having auditions a while back, but I didn't recognize it. And I was like, what the, like, what happened? And then I saw this. So if you look here, male editions, 895,000 views, 592 likes. So they definitely ran ads on this one. That is not a normal ratio at all. So I think what they did, I think they did the idol strat of like running ads, really, really heavily pushing ads up to their debuts and then just debuting, which fucking worked. And I think shows just how well you can do if you publicize and have very high quality models and talents, right? Like, from what I know, they didn't do any like paid watch-alongs or anything like that. It's kind of similar to how Idol blew up, honestly. Like, YouTube ads just work. I hate to say it, but like they do. Like, if you push a shit ton of ads just before they go live and debut, you're gonna get viewers. They did do paid. I didn't see any paid watch-alongs. Did they do some? I might have just missed them. I mean, to be fair, I only saw them debuting when they popped up on my feed, so like I could have missed it. But yeah, I think they ran a shit ton of ads. I didn't get any, but I guess it just shows even if you don't have like a pre-existing agency or anything, you can do really, really well if you just push ads. Now, obviously, we don't know what it's going to be like long term, like, but the guys themselves are pretty entertaining, and I think are entertaining enough to kind of, you know, make it work. And honestly, like for a while, I think people have been looking for the male VTuber groups do pretty well. Like if you look at like the Mofongo boys, they've been blowing up recently. Groups of talents just do really, really well. Like it's just the nature of YouTube, right? You have like two, I feel like I need to do the pirate software thing where I have like a paint board in my background and I'm just like drawing on it to like highlight words. But like as a YouTuber, you can go like individual, where you basically do is, you know, you do it yourself. You can collab with other people, but I hate to break it to you, even if you collab with fucking Iron Mouse, if you yourself aren't entertaining, it's not going to do much for you, right? Like collabs, it doesn't matter with how big the creator is, they don't actually do a whole ton unless you have such a unique chemistry or you're that funny that people immediately flock to you. So as a solo creator, you have to kind of slowly grind your way up and build your way up. But the upside is that you don't really have to rely on anyone else. It's just you. And if you have the grind set for it, you can do it. Groups of talents though do so well. Like if you have a group of people that can like bounce off each other rather than having one person's, I feel like I need the paint board now, but I don't have it. Like if you have one person surrounded by their audience, people will leave and go see other people and come back, and it's like, you know, it's you surrounded by your audience that can leave. But if you have like multiple people linking to each other, you have like this internal cage where they just bounce off. So that they go to one person, then they go to another, then they go to another, and they just sort of bounce off each other like inside this pre-existing audience, and that's how you build massive groups. It's been that like that way since the beginning of YouTube, man. Since like Vanos Gaming, Yogscast, all the OG like machinima groups, it just works. So if you can get a shit ton of, or not a shit ton, if you can get like 4 or 5 people together that have really good chemistry and bounce off each other really well, you can do a lot. You can get crazy fucking numbers. The downside is that you have to get 4 or 5 people that have gelled together, which is really hard. But yeah, that's why agencies work so well. And there is an audience for this kind of thing. We see it in Luxium, but with what's been happening with Niji recently, it's not as, they're not as popular anymore. Not as popular, sorry, that's a misname. They're going through some shit, right? With Missa leaving, and they're still as popular, but there's a lot more baggage to them, I think someone said earlier. And they built up that audience that can now move elsewhere and now look for other people to get their content from. Holostars, I think, was an attempt at that, but I think Holostars just never hit on the same niche. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like it hits on the Luxium niche. This feels like, you know what I mean? Like, it has similar vibes to Luxium. Whereas the Holostars I never really got that vibe from them as much. But there's a massive audience for male VTubers now, especially like generations of male VTubers. So good for them. I'm glad they're doing well. It'll be cool to see what they do. They're pretty fucking cool designs. Oh yeah, they nailed the Luxium demographic. This is the Luxium demographic. Like, did you see the chat? Did you see their chat whilst they were streaming? It looks like a Luxium chat. It is identical to a Luxium chat. This is the exact same kind of shit that Vox gets on his, except not as many emotes because they don't have emote shit because they're not monetized. I'm dead. I've died. My model has died. I've offended the Luxium gods. You're trying not to look at it just like Luxium chat. That is the downside. I've never really interacted. Honestly, once male VTubers get to a certain size, once any VTuber gets to a certain size, their chat just becomes incomprehensible. But there's something about like Luxium-esque people that just attract, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't read it. But the guys are entertaining, so Lopi blends right in with the masses here. But yeah, it's cool. I like the vibes. It's just, I don't know, high quality agency debut. It'll happen to you eventually? No. No, because in order for it to happen to me, I'd have to appeal to like fangirls, and I don't do that. I appeal to everyone. What's the word for it? I don't know. I am everybody's Oshi. Everybody loves me. She's so cute. Oh my god, Lopi actually is one of them. I don't know how I feel about that. Penumbra boyfriend experience when? Would you want me to do boyfriend experience? I'll commit. I'll do it. Don't you fucking tempt me. Actually, I think I'd cringe myself out of existence. Bro, can you imagine? Even as a joke, I don't want to do it. What are they doing? Girlfriend experience? Hey, baby girl. Come here often. What? You have to do like the corpse on some thing where you like eat the microphone. Oh, hello. I don't have the riz for that. It'd be my graduation. I sound like Uncle Mary. Yeah, that's just how I sound all the time. I smoked 8 packs. I did. That's my Riz voice. I sound like a smoker. I don't even know. I've never watched a BFE video. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not in my demographic, so I'm sorry. What do they say? What do they do? What do you do in a boyfriend experience? I've never been a boyfriend. How would I do boyfriend experience? It'd be a new experience for me as well. I think you should watch one. Oh no. I don't know how to flirt. Sup, girl? You want to hear about fate lore? You want to hear me hyperfixate about anime character power levels for about an hour? Am I the guy for you? How to lose half of your audience in one day. Anyway. Okay, Giga, calm down. You don't understand, man. I need to talk about the moon. You do not have Riz, Lopi. You are female Denji. Lopi watched Chainsaw Man yesterday, and I called her female Denji, and she is still like, she is still annoyed by it, and I'm kind of happy with it. She called me Power, which I thought was pretty cool. I am, you know, I've got that incompetent Riz. Okay, final story, and that sad one. Depends on who you ask. Mainly because graduations are always weird because, like, on one hand, the talent's doing what they want, so like, hey, they're progressing in their, you know, their life. But on the other hand, they're not in their agency anymore, so you don't get to interact with them the same way. But it's in the thumbnail. Ophie is graduating from VRev. So I'll read this out to you. So Erica graduated earlier this year. Lupina. Lupina, I call her by her last name because I hate her, and we're on like the opposite of first name basis. Let me bring up the bookmark. I have a DM and I don't want to open it by mistake, so I'm going to be very careful to click on the right thing because I have no idea what's in that DM, and it could be fucking anything. You never know what could be in a DM nowadays. Probably someone offering graphic design to me. I bookmarked it somewhere. I did. Where did I bookmark it? Where the fuck? Okay, hang on. She is graduating right now. We're gonna raid into Cherry's graduation once we finish here. Assuming she's still. I don't know how long she's planning on streaming her graduation for. If it was me, I'd probably go live and be like, "Yo, I'm fucking dead," and then I'd immediately end stream. But you know. Thank you for supporting VReverie. It's with great regret that we inform you that our beloved vtuber Ophelia Midnight has made the decision not to extend her contract to VReverie and will be graduating on the 11th of February. So that's about 2 weeks from now. She's been an integral part of our community, and we appreciate the joy and entertainment she has brought to all our viewers. We will continue to celebrate the memories created together and cherish the positive impact she's on our platform. After 11th of February, all streaming activities will cease. While the channels will remain up, it will no longer be updated. Additionally, all purchasable merchandise and voice packs will be closed. Pretty typical stuff. While it's always difficult to say goodbye, we respect and support Ophelia's decision. We ask for your understanding. Sincerely request for your continued support in the last few weeks leading up to her graduation. Thank you for your continued support of VReverie. Continue to strive to explore new opportunities to bring fresh and exciting content to our community. Seek understanding to not direct your inquiries on matter to any of our talents. Please instead contact us. Blah blah blah. So she's graduating. Cherry's graduating right now, which is kind of a big hit to VRev because I think like Ophie and Cherry are like pretty, like probably their biggest talents, I think. Oh, Nova's up there as well. Nova does the Yu-Gi-Ohs. Cherry popped off in the shorts algorithm as all pink anime girls do. But yeah, it's kind of, it's 3 talents and less than 2 bonds. And Ophie, I mean, Ophie, I think, did I interact with Ophie before I interacted with Cherry? I think I did. I think Ophie was the first one I really interacted with a lot. I can't remember, but she was up there. She was one of the first ones. So like, I don't know, for me, the 2 VREV girls that I interacted with the most, which was Ophie and Cherry, are both fucking... Is it me? Am I the problem? Wait. Maybe I should stop talking to anime girls. Everyone I talk to fucking graduates. What the fuck, man? I am the curse. Sorry, guys. It was me. I killed your Oshi. Honestly, though, Ophie going is sad. Cherry, on the other hand. Cherry's dead. Crabrave. Oh yeah, I did delay it, and Cherry announced it after I delayed it. I remember because she replied to my fucking tweet, being like, "Hey, maybe yeah, you should delay it. Maybe some news will happen." And I wanted to fucking stab her. I am the storm that is approaching. Anyway, yeah. I'd say we'll raid into Cherry and be like, "Crabrave, Cherry's dead," but I feel like her audience might take that the wrong way. I might get in a little itty bit of trouble. But it'd be really funny. It would be so funny to go, Cherry is dead, Crabrave. Wait, okay. Look, if I do it, what's going to happen? She's going to be dead soon. It's not like she can send her hordes of minions after me. What if we do this? What if we did this? What if we did this message? I'll do it. I have the balls. What if we make that our raid message? Okay, we have our raid message. Everybody copy paste it. Good thing it's a default emote as well, so we don't need it anywhere.
Pen, what happens when you delay streams? Yeah, you are.
It's me. I'm sorry. I am the issue. But let's go say hi to Cherry. Where is she? Watch her have disabled raids on her phone. No, they're up. Okay, we're gonna raid Cherry. Make sure to copy paste Cherry's dead Crabrave. And if she gets mad at me, I'm gonna say it was Lopi's idea. So, if she asks whose idea the message was, we're all gonna unanimously say Lopi. I'm counting on you guys to back me up here. So go say hi to her, and I'd say be nice, but you know, don't. Fury, thank you for the super chat. Next time you ping Cherry's dead Crabrave. Thank you for the super chat. I'll see you guys later in Twitch. I don't know, but yeah, bye.